What's up, my YouTubers? What's up, my followers? What's up, my subscribers? So, so let me tell y'all about this dude, G Deal. G Deal is a hater. This dude is one of the biggest haters, y'all. If y'all don't, this dude is responsible for Puff being locked up. I'm not saying he's the reason why he's locked up. He's responsible. He's been speaking on Puff forever. He even spoke on Keefy D. Keefy D is locked up now for Tupac. Something that's supposed to have happened to Tupac, y'all. It's this dude right here, y'all. And let me tell y'all, man. Let me tell y'all a funny situation with this dude, G Deal, y'all. This dude is crazy. So, he was live. This was like when I first started my podcast. G Deal, he was live, y'all, with some female in New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was his girl or what, but they was both in the car driving or whatever. He was driving and she was like working his phone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so I see him. He was talking about Puff or whatever. He just puffed this, puffed that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I done had enough of this talking about Puff. Like, I ain't never heard a dude just, you know what I'm saying, dick ride another dude like every day. Like, every day that all this dude was talking about. Like, so I'm like, I'm going to say something, you know what I'm saying? So I leave a comment in a comment box, and I'm like, G Deal, I'm like, bro, you one of the biggest haters. I'm like, you always wanted to be like Puff when you was younger, bro. So, I guess his girl seen it or whatever. So, while he driving this shit, you know what I'm saying, she reading him the text that I text him. So, she going scrolling and she say, G Deal, you're the biggest hater. You always wanted to be like Puff. And he like, huh? Who said that? Who wrote that? And she like, this some dude, handle your business. And he was like, fuck you. He was like, fuck you. Fuck you, motherfucker. I ain't never wanted to be like no Puff. He was like, get this motherfucker off my channel. Block this motherfucker right now. Right? So, immediately, they blocked me off of his channel. So, now I'm scrolling, and I see this dude, bro, on the Art of Dialogue. This is somebody else's podcast, which he's always on there speaking on everybody, y'all. And now he's talking about Snoop Dogg. So listen in. This dude, everybody he talk about, bro, ends up being something going down with them, man. Y'all pay attention to this dude right here. Y'all listen in. Look, check him out.
Get Snoop out of jail. How is it that
as you know, right, I'm interviewing Suge right now. How you feel about the comments he making about Snoop?
Well, you know, Suge and them did a lot of things to get Snoop out of jail. How is it that some physical evidence comes up missing from the police department that would have sent probably Snoop to jail? It came up missing. Suge paid a lot of money for that to happen. Snoop knows that. Physical evidence came up missing. Now, when we were out there in California, I was in the studio with Big. And Big said to D-Rock, yo, Snoop keep trying to call me and ask me where I'm at, what we doing, and what we gonna do this and do this, stuff like that. He said, leaving messages. He said, I'm not answering that phone. I'm not telling them where I'm at. So Snoop was going behind their back then, trying to get in good with Big them, or he was trying to set Big up. I don't.
So y'all hear what he said. Now he said that Snoop was going behind, basically pop them back and being friends with Biggie Smalls and them, and basically hiding his friendship behind their back, y'all, even though they was all from had the same like record label. So peep him talk, peep what he said.
don't know. So if Suge is saying he a snake, I guess he keep his grass cut low. Because he was definitely trying to snake Big. That's what Big felt. He never called him back. He never got with him. And like Lil C said, they was out there for a month. When does him and Snoop go and smoke a blunt, eat some burgers, or do anything? Not at all. Because Big wasn't having it. He probably felt something was snake about Snoop too. Because he never got back in touch with him.
And you personally, you found that weird that he kept calling Big?
I found it weird that Big, the way Lil C said that they was cool with Snoop and everything like that, why didn't Big entertain him? Why didn't Big let him know what studio they was in? Why did Big let him know where they was at? He felt something strange about that also. You got to keep your grass cut real low when you got a bunch of snakes around you.
Hey, look, I'm sorry, y'all. If I hear that same old saying one more time, you gotta keep your grass cut low so you can see the snakes. How many times have people said that, y'all? This like the millionth time I done heard this. You gotta keep your grass cut low if you wanna see the snake. If you don't get that old shit out of here, bro, come on, bro. These people, this dude, I'm telling y'all, this dude is one of the dudes that's responsible, bro, for all of these dudes, bro, for people being in their business, because he's the one that put them out there, and then people listen to him, and he draws everybody in and had them thinking that these dudes are really the way he say they are, and 9 times out of 10, they're not really like that. This dude put 10s on everything, bro.
And evidently, Suge knew a lot of this that Snoop was doing.
Now y'all heard what he just said. I'ma keep going. Suge knew a lot of stuff that Snoop Dogg was doing. Snoop wasn't doing nothing, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? He knew a lot of stuff. If he knew, how would you know that he knew? You see what I'm saying? This dude, bro, these dudes be making up some fairy tale stuff, dude. And then everybody keep going along with it like it's really like that. These dudes don't need to be on no channel, nobody channel talking about nothing. They need to have somebody like me go in there and regulate them, y'all. They need to be spoken with and ask questions on how do y'all come up with this information. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm telling y'all, they full of it. They full of it, y'all. Check him out.
And it made him feel a certain kind of way. You got to realize Snoop came to New York and said he ain't have a problem with Big and them. He ain't have a problem with nobody. And Pac felt a certain kind of way behind that.
Pac felt it.
Went on Steve Harvey's show with Puff. Like, that's my dude, this, that, and the third. But yet and still, Big came out to California, and you don't see not one picture of him and Snoop together. You don't see not one place where they smoked a blunt together. Both of them like to smoke. We was in the studio with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Snoop never came over there.
Now y'all hear what he said. He was in the studio with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Snoop, why would he want to come over there? He on tour doing what he's supposed to do, making music. He got his own crew. Why do he need to go over there with Bone Thugs and Harmony to do what? For what? This dude right here, bro, he always gets something stirred up, man. I'm telling y'all.
So you tell me, was they really that cool? Or it was just a facade that was put up? The other night, it was crazy that I think the Notorious was playing. the song Hypnotized. The Hypnotized was playing. And every time I hear that song Hypnotized, not only March 9th play back in my mind, the time I was in the Winnebago and me and Big was discussing life and all the dreams.
Man, you don't get that bullshit out of here. Every time he hear Hypnotized, the March 9th play back in his head, and he get to having flashbacks and shit. Hey, I'm done with this, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, this dude right here is full of it, y'all. And he one of them deep thinkers that get to thinking something, and then he try to catch your mind with something and make y'all believe what he's saying. Whole time he full of shit, bro. At the end of the day, man, this dude wrong right here, G Deal. And he dissed me on his comments, bro, after I made a comment talking about, bro, he wanted to be like Puff and all that. Which he did. He couldn't be like Puff back in the day, man. Puff was that nigga, and he knew that, y'all. He was just a security guard, right? At the end of the day, play your role, stay in your position, man. But now look at him, though, y'all. He's doing podcast channels. He gets to speak on what was going on, y'all. And who would have thought that a security would be able to blow up like this and have all this information just by watching rappers perform and live their everyday life. So, I guess he was blessed with that, if you want to put it like that. But I still know he's full of shit. Y'all step into my channel, man. Tune into my channel, y'all. Handle your business. Like and subscribe. Let's go.